Hi, I'm Rena Shoshana, and I'm delighted to be teaching you this yoga practice for desk workers. As you can see, I'm seated here on a chair. You can see my desk in the background. Yes, I do often work outside, and I don't normally teach yoga in this type of clothing. But first of all, I was wearing it already. It's comfortable. Second of all, I wanted to replicate what you might be wearing. You might be wearing your work clothes, and that's okay. Our goal here is to make this yoga practice as accessible as possible for you to practice perhaps from your desk. So all you need is yourself, your body, and just notice how you're sitting right now. Let's take a moment to arrive here consciously without making any changes to how you're sitting. Notice the direction your toes are pointing in. I know you can't see mine, but they're pointed out at an angle. And you can see my knees are pointed out at an angle. Notice the direction of your knees. Notice how the weight is being distributed through your pelvis, if you feel it more on one side or the other. Notice what's happening with your belly. Mine's hanging out. And your shoulders. Mine have rounded a bit. Notice where your hands are and their positioning. And notice what's happening with your neck. I can feel, even I can place a hand here to validate the feeling that it's leaning forwards. Notice the positioning of your chin. Mine's parallel to the ground. And notice what you're gazing at. So I'm mostly gazing at the camera, but I'm moving around a little bit with my gaze. Let's take a cleansing breath here, deeply in through the nose, fully out through the mouth. And let's sit with awareness now. So start with taking yourself a little bit away from the back of the chair, actually, so that the soles of your feet can come to the ground. Bring the soles of your feet directly underneath the knees. Lift through all 10 toes and feel the four corners of your feet. So that means under the ball of your big toe, under the midpoint of your other toes, and on either side of your heel, pressing down into the ground. I'm sorry that you can't see my feet as I do this. Toes are facing forward. Knees are shooting directly out from the hips. I'm going to wiggle around in my seat here and feel my weight equally distributing in my hips, and please do the same. So find that equal balance of weight through the pelvis. And then on an inhale, feel your belly move in and up. Feel length come through the sides of your body as you imagine a cord pulling your crown up. And as you exhale, let your shoulders waterfall down the back so that there's a sense of broadness through the front of the chest, but you're not overarching forwards. Your hands can come down to your lap, facing down for more of a sense of grounding, or facing up if you prefer. Or you could even hang them down by your sides if that feels better for you. And finally, let's check in with the neck and the head. So I actually do encourage you to take a hand and feel the positioning of your neck. And it's normal to have a little bit of a curve, but we are going to manipulate it just for our practice by tucking the chin back and down. And you'll feel the back of the neck straighten out. The chin stays parallel to the ground. And at this point, see if you can find a soft gaze or close your eyes. And let's fully arrive now consciously to our practice. Big inhale through the nose. And exhale fully through the mouth. Let go of anything that was or wasn't, is or isn't, might be or might not be. Two more big breaths in through the nose. And fully out through the mouth. Let everything go that's not going to serve you for the rest of this practice. You can pick it back up when we're done. Just about 10 more minutes. Another big inhale through the nose. And full exhale out the mouth. Squeeze the belly in. Really let that gunk leave the body. Make space for new energy to come in. And then breathe normally. And let's feel into the soles of our feet on the ground. Oftentimes when we're working a lot at our desk, our energy is very much in our head and our thinking. There's a purpose for that. But as we drop into the body, let's connect to our feet, our root chakra, the area of our body that is physically closest to the earth. Hopefully you still feel the weight being distributed equally through the four corners of your feet. If not, then wiggle around in the feet so that you can feel that. If you feel that the weight is kind of slipping to the outside, press in. And if you feel the weight slipping to the inside, press out or forwards and back, same thing. And for the rest of our practice here, if you notice any stories coming up in your mind or in your body, like maybe something you have to do, or emotions about a tough meeting that you may have just had, or anything else, just see if you can let those stories pass on by, like branches floating down a river, and choose to come back to that sensation of your feet connecting with the ground. Let's take a full exhale and one more breath. Awesome. With the next exhale, drop the chin down to the chest. And as you inhale, rotate the head in one direction and back, and exhale the other direction and forwards. Let's do 3 more rounds like that. Imagine that you're moving your nose in a circle here. And keep these circles as small as feels comfortable for you. Full exhale, one more round. Exhale fully, pause with the chin at the chest. And if you haven't completed 4 rounds, continue on your own. When you complete 4 rounds, reverse the direction. Inhale back, exhale forwards. Continue on your own. Again, imagine like you're moving your nose in a circle here. And stay present for what sensations are present in your neck. Full exhale, one more round. And exhale fully, chin to chest. If you need more time, take it. And then in your own time, inhale, bring the head back up. And exhale, connect back to your feet. Notice anything that may have come up in that really gentle warm up. And when you're ready, let's get into the shoulders. So inhale, arms come in front. And then turn your palms up to the sky. Bring your hands onto your shoulders. And relax your elbows down. As you inhale, rotate the elbows behind you and up. Exhale, forwards and down. Let's do 3 more like that. Try to think about moving your elbows as close together behind and as close together in front of you as you can. And notice what's coming up for you in your shoulders. If it's painful, like a sharp pain, then just stop. Full exhale, one more round. But if there's just a little bit of achiness, you can work with that. And after 4 rounds, we'll reverse the direction. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Notice if the sensations are different in this direction. Again, elbows as close together in front and behind you as possible. And exhale fully, release the arms down. Pause for a moment. Notice any sensations that are coming up, maybe through your chest and shoulders. Beautiful. We are now going to build a little bit more heat in the body. And we're going to transition to stand, but then transition to kneel. And I want you to be really aware as you make this transition to stand. So really feel the 4 corners of your feet pressing down as you lift yourself up to stand. Notice how the weight distributes. Notice how it feels to stand. And then you're going to come, if you need, I just needed to move off to the side a little so that you can see my body. And if you need to move next to your chair, please do. This shouldn't take up a lot of space. So yeah, you should be good to go, even if you're in a small space. And if not, you can just stay on your chair and do only the upper part of the body, or you can do it standing, working only the upper body. But if you do have enough space, we're going to kneel down and see how my toes are all tucking under, but my heels are off the ground. I'll show you from the side view. So I've got all my toes, even the baby toe tucking under. I'll come back here. That's gonna really open up through the feet. It might feel a little bit intense. We won't be here for too long. And like I said, if you don't have space to be kneeling down like this, that's okay. You can stay standing or be on your chair. And then let's inhale, arms come in front, palms face each other, squeeze your hands into fists. As you exhale, open and close and stretch the fingers with every number that I say. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, arms up to the sky, squeeze the hands into fists, shoulders are relaxed and down the back. Exhale, open and close, stretch the fingers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn your hands as you bring their arms down to your side, palms will face down. Inhale, squeeze the hands into fists. And exhale, stretch through the fingers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms in front. This time, palms face down, shoulder height. Inhale, squeeze the hands. Last time. Exhale, open and close. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake out your hands. Do whatever feels nice. If you have space, you can come to tabletop and maybe pitter patter through the feet. Make some circles with the ankles. And if you don't have space, you can just bring your feet underneath, slide your hands up your legs, and exhale. Let's take a forward fold here. You could even rest your torso on the chair or even on your desk. And let's take 3 breaths, either in stillness or moving intuitively, however feels nice for you. Complete exhale, let go of anything that's come up until this point. Inhale, wherever you are, really slowly find your way up to stand. And just be conscious of how your body makes that transition to standing. I'm gonna stand back here so you can see my feet. For this next exercise, you might notice that my arms are gonna get a little bit cut off. That's all right. I'll walk you through exactly what to do. All right, so here we're standing and we're not going to be moving the legs in any direction, so you should be able to do this in a small space. And we're going to start with the feet underneath the hips. Lift through all 10 toes, feel the 4 corners once again pressing down and release the toes. Of course, make sure they're facing forwards. Feel the engagement of the muscles all the way up the legs. Bring one hand to the belly, the other hand to the low back. Shift your pelvis, feel the low back straighten out. Core engaged, torso long, and front of the chest open, palms facing forward, chin still tucking back and down. Take a full exhale, one more breath. With the next inhale, bring the hands together at the heart. Exhale, extend your arms in front. Inhale, stretch your arms up, stand up on your tiptoes. Exhale, interlace your fingers, flip your hands on your head. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, drop the heels, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Inhale, straighten the knees, stand up on the tiptoes. Exhale, interlace the fingers, flip your hands on your head. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, heels to the ground, hands come back down by your side. 2 more rounds like that. Take a full breath. Inhale, hands together at the heart. Exhale, extend the arms in front. Inhale, stretch the arms up, stand on the tiptoes, palms face each other, shoulders relaxed and down. Exhale, interlace your fingers, flip your hands on your head. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, heels to the ground, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Look down, make sure you can see your big toes or perhaps all of your toes. If you can't, shift your hips back. Exhale, see if you can bend your knees a little bit lower, squeeze the leg muscles. Inhale, stretch through the arms, out through the fingertips. Exhale here. Make sure you can still see those big toes. Gaze up to the hands. Inhale, straighten through the knees. Stand up on the tiptoes, core strong. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Flip your hands on your head. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, heels to the ground, hands back down by your side. Take a full breath. One more time like that. Inhale, hands together at the heart. Exhale, extend the arms in front. Inhale, stretch the arms up, stand on the tiptoes. Exhale, interlace the fingers, flip your hands on your head. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, heels to the ground, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Inhale, straighten through the knees, stand up on the tiptoes. Exhale, interlace the fingers, flip your hands on your head. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, heels to the ground, hands come back down by your side. Take a full breath. And come back to sit on your chair. Let's maintain that same awareness. So see if you can just remember 1, 2, or maybe 3 cues that I gave you before. And let's do a final pose before our moment of rest. Stretch your arms out by your side, shoulder height. As you exhale, bring the arms in front, cross one on top of the other. It doesn't matter which one, just notice which one is on top. Bend the elbows and either bring the backs of your hands together or wrap your arms here, the backs of your hands together, or wrap your arms around each other. Just turn to the side so that you can see me. Look down and make sure that you can see your shoulders and elbows are essentially making a triangle. As you inhale, pull your elbows away from your body, lift them up. As you exhale, you can choose to stay here or you can round your back if you'd like. Let's take 3 full breaths, either up straight or with a rounded back. Focus on the sensation of the shoulders being pulled away from each other here. Exhale fully, let go of any stories that may have come up. Inhale, if you're arched, lift yourself back up. Exhale, release your arms back out to the side. Notice the difference from each side, the difference from one side to the other, rather. And then exhale, cross the arms, other arm comes on top. Bend the elbows. Again, you can bring the backs of the hands together or wrap the hands around each other. And again, if you feel like sharp pain in your shoulders, you can even just bring the hands onto the shoulders like this. Backs of hands together or wrapping around. So we've got 3 different choices. And as you inhale, feel the elbows pull away from the body and lift up. Again, elbows and shoulders making a triangle. And then exhale, you can stay lifted or round through the spine. Take another few breaths. Again, focus on the feeling of the shoulder blades being pulled away from each other, creating space through the back body. Notice if there's tension in the jaw or in the forehead, and use every exhale as an opportunity to relax tension wherever it's felt in the body. Full exhale, 1 more breath. Exhale completely. If your spine is rounded, inhale, stretch back up. And all together, exhale, extend your arms. Take a moment here and you can just rest in stillness or find some intuitive movement. If you want to wiggle out the shoulders in any way or do a little side stretching, or if there's anything that your practice is still asking for, take a moment and listen. You can pause the video and join back up when you are ready. When you are ready. And it's really important at the end of every yoga practice to make space for integration. So if you are in a space where you feel comfortable lying down, you can lie down. You could even lie down and place your legs up on the chair. That can be really, really relaxing. But if you are sitting at your desk, you might consider just resting your arms up on your desk and resting your head down. You know, I'm not even at a desk, so I'm just gonna bring my legs up onto the chair and wrap my arms around my legs and rest my head on my knees. So take a moment and find whatever is going to be comfortable for you so that you can feel as relaxed as possible. Once you've found that position, let's take another big breath in, the final big breath, and the biggest one we've taken all practice. Feel as you inhale all the space we opened up being filled up with new energy. And then through the mouth, let it go with a sigh. Any stories that came up, leaving the body, entering the ethers, returning to the earth. Let go of focusing on your feet. And just let your body do whatever it wants to do. Let your mind do whatever it wants to do. What's most important here is that you feel comfortable, able to rest. We'll stay here together for about another minute. And if you have the luxury of being able to take more time for this rest, then pause the video and hit play when you're ready to finish up the practice. And I do invite you in this Shavasana to feel all the parts of your body being held by a surface below. And with every exhale, see if you can feel the body melting down into those surfaces. Very gently start to wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. You can roll your forehead around from side to side. Press your hands into whatever surface is below you and really gently find your way back to sit comfortably. Notice how your body makes this transition. And let's do one final exercise, a breathing exercise, Nadi Shodhan Pranayama, which balances the energies of the body. Excuse me, specifically the masculine energy of doing, balanced with the feminine energy of being. And we really do need to make space for both. And oftentimes working at a desk is a lot of doing. So here is an opportunity just to cultivate that balance. So again, sit comfortably, spine up straight. Let's start with a final cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. I think final, there might be another cleansing breath. Nothing wrong with that. And I like to teach this with both hands and fists, but the index fingers out. Find a soft gaze or close your eyes. Take your right index finger, close your right nostril, and through the left nostril, inhale. Close the left nostril, release the right hand, exhale through the right. Keep the hands as they are, inhale through the right, steady breath and quiet breath. Plug the right nostril, release the left hand, exhale through the left. That's one round. Keep the hands as they are, inhale through the left. Plug the left, release the right hand, exhale through the right. Keep the hands as they are, inhale through the right. Plug the right, release the left hand, exhale through the left. Keep the hands as they are, inhale through the left, last round. Plug the left, release the right hand, exhale through the right. Keep the hands as they are, inhale through the right. Plug the right nostril, release the left hand, exhale through the left. Release both hands and sit totally comfortably. If you want to take another cleansing breath, I think it would be the final one. Feel free or just breathe normally. Take a moment to be present with the effects of this practice, and specifically the Nadi Shodhana exercise we just did. Bring your hands together at your heart, rub them together, creating warmth, and rub your warm hands all over your body. And then again, bring your hands together at your heart and rub them together. This time you'll place your warm hands on a part of the body that still needs some extra loving attention. Maybe offer it some gentle massage. Let it know that you see it and remind it you can always come back to it. A final time with a word, prayer, or intention that you'd like to carry through the rest of your day. Rub it between your hands. Place your warm hands over your eyes. Fill yourself up on the inside with this warmth and the energy of this thing as if it already is. Sweep your hands over your head, behind your neck, and back together at your heart. Thank you, me. Thank you, you. Thank you, everything that made this happen. Hallelujah. Namaste. And let's keep learning a lot today. And I'm sorry, this class did go a little bit longer than I intended. I just wanted to give you as much value as I could pack in. Feel free to pick and choose from these exercises the next time you practice it. And please reach out. Reach out with any questions, reach out with any doubts, reach out with any feedback. Let me know how this practice went for you. And if you noticed a shift in the rest of your day after having practiced this, and any answer is acceptable, I'm honored to be a part of your journey. And thank you again.